na ebetumi aboa no ma wabu oman no endra ewo eye the moving pick ambassador hotel or the nyina no e de atodwa it will come up shortly na yene e de ho enkomo yene eye Urapo Abia Samoa earlier on edi nkomo ewo ho the tougher boom ana ni nyina no ya cheche but we'll take our time and then digest the document Uralan Kojoche Martin Ede Abba, and this is it, the manifesto, very beautiful one. One more branding yepa from a year page one Eko Edi Kokosi. The last page, Ura Alan Kojoche Martin said Ghanaians must trust him. And from sector to sector, we'll get on it. Na sa bookleti yetimi edimon komo. Nandra already a very major concerns. Sir, I mean, say yeah, say 5 months to election. The two major political parties are 1 year, so 16 years each. In the last 32 years, you know, Obia Newa, what me edit the manifesto no aba. And say Ghana for baby ediomweni achra. I mean, it has to be a year Ura Alan Kojo Chermatin. And home kobono ebeba surely. Yebeti ni tapes ni be surely na afe yene watwa. So John Dramani Mahama and then Dr. Bawumia are still on the campaign trail. Wamunyana egusua kasa with a various event. One more said Diego Aquemano pay. We'll touch on some of it na afe yetimi edihon and komo. And stay with us. Free Sabria Echo na yene wo ending komo. Kwashi Atinase wano a member of the New Patriotic Party. Serving as one more rep. Was studio ha anope. Mame manachi na me mano akwaba. Kwashi, good morning. I just saying.
The speaker.
Yes, sir.
Majoso.
We be fine.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I my fine.
In fact, you're a nice gentleman.
Medasi. My father is a Medasi.
Oh, my father is
a. Now, Moja deal for Sunny dear. Ever do board yasi.
That's right.
I me can be as a Mesrano pa. I did back come here first Medan Kupasi.
Okay.
A Thanksgiving. What you say? Say, one cast would to me, sorry if you won't pim. I could for 2 by the wood you say. The Yamiasi.
Yeah.
And yes, it be a car number, you know. Ana a damn bin out on some kind, ana promotion bin out train by no. The first would to me as so and Casawasha would trouser, the Yamiasi.
Yeah.
A Thanksgiving. I say, what done I say for in kitchen
Exactly.
on the Acasino, but normally, what you yenda say for, in fact, a yankitin kitty, yenda say for a near my first say free no.
Yenny crowns.
Yenny crowns so.
Every say normal.
Aha, I found for granted. Open so often for granted. What is here? Until 8 years run apart. Yeah, yenda yamiasi. Mekadibia said, the entire unpebia run apart, one them come up and down. I have one thing for happiness in Nigeria. Every single human being, also run apart, we near the bottom line to the budget. So who could you put up a sika abra umba ato shuma ako school? And when
Exactly.
Bottom line happiness.
For your own life.
What's it?
Happiness for your own life.
It is the bottom line of your up and down here. In fact, you move from crap, you move for big crap because
when
you're happy about something. Bottom line happiness.
I see. And the question I say now, Titi Katino, ever join here from the NDC. Now, yeah, the conversation no ashas here. But before we come to that, ma yenko na yentie except of Endra, the Ura Alan Kojoche Martin edituja ewo moving pick na yembra yaba tuaso edin komo. Ma yentie Rabo Alan Kojoche Martin.
The shining star of Africa and the first country south of the Sahara to become independent. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is why we are here today, to launch the most comprehensive policy framework, the GTP, that will move Ghana from instability to stability, to growth, to resilience, and to prosperity. The GTP is comprised of 6 interrelated clusters: economic, governance, infrastructure, social services, environment and natural resource management, and last but not the least, behavioral and mindset change. Each cluster has a number of pillars, thematic areas, and policy solutions. The plan is significantly different. The shining star.
Kessben 92.9 Asidankwa.
Empower civil society and all corruption-related private sector organizations by providing them with direct and indirect support to be able to join government against the fight for corruption. Enhance the administration of justice with the necessary infrastructure and logistical support. That's the only way they can also improve their work environment. Abolish the Council of State and establish a new second chamber of parliament with representation from key stakeholders, including the faith-based organizations. We will amend Article 66(1)
Kessben 92
to extend the term of office of the President of the Republic from 4 years to 5 years and be eligible for re-election for a second term. But under this arrangement, no person shall have the right to be elected as president for more than 2 terms.
And that is the Honorable Alan Kojo Chebate, former minister in charge of trade and industry, now the leader of the movement for change, and then the ARC and Dra Ewo Moving Pick Ambassador Hotel, and what this editorial. Now, the policy has been broken down and are classified into 6 thematic areas. And in clusters, or the economic cluster. And over all the economic issues, kwanya obefaswa ensure debt sustainability and improve labor conditions. And the economy, taxes ni bibia opese ohubiado and under the economic cluster. Then you come to the governance structure, and as a cluster, and also talks about corruption, public sector reforms, the judiciary, the executive, the Council of State. Now he makes a bold statement on the Council of State. Was say Wotimibe president. Council of State, has outlived its purpose. Timuponti ayedete Council of State, we don't really get to realize the benefit of it. And obey Council of State, or rather, or propose this a second chamber. A second chamber, should be made up of expertise. And what different sectors. And expect one more sectors then we select some of them and no ma inclusive governance etimi every payer ahemfo bebem asofo bebem engineers bebem lawyers bebem teacher for bebem will be at that level. And first chamber Mbashibidano passe wamumra eje policies ni tumuwia. The second chamber ebeshe na wamwabem again under governance or say he would prefer say ene yebetimi amended the constitution na the 4-year term mandate yedema omampenyi at every session yatimi apejemo ede ako 5 years 5 years opportunity say obeko 2 terms and in all 2 terms ebema 10 years instead of the 8 years. That is what he's proposing. Now you come to a year infrastructure cluster and also wakaho ensem bebrinano ewo. Then social services cluster talks about health, educational infrastructure, and then how one more ebe deliver services. You come to the environment and science, technology plus natural resources cluster, and then the behavioral cluster and so ewo. And the Honorable Alan Kojo Chebate has taken the lead. Wama Ghana for a blueprint of an establishing an economy. It is based on building industries and then providing jobs for the people. Mame Emma Titi Katino Achi na Memano Akwaba. Titi, Maji.
Morning.
Morning. Then hope to say.
Yeah, me I don't know.
You be here fine.
My late can come. 7:30 to their family.
I got great. But okay, that's fine. But the last time I was temper.
Yeah, I'm Bantam.
Party what you saying?
Oh, boko be a boko say see I finalize a manifesto touches finishing touches cause so hopefully July we launch and then we kickstart campaign. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll launch more manifesto in July.
Yeah.
I see. And see after I don't know then
campaign kickstart.
I see. Very well. But that's it. And Titi Kachino, a member of the NDC, one also a journey. But Mamisha's ye in free a year kwashi so na mintieno on this whole policy agrono ashas here and now TTM my assurance is by July ya kwakuremi NDC manifesto zubeba. I don't know of the NPP there that cry beba there but babintio kwashi I mean what ya lanche matin mama some of the thematic areas wabobo so na yenkoyene
the speaker medawasi Eddie Kind Memfa in Chiakasie Emma His Excellency Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia and Neyere Second Lady Samira Bawumia Omampenia Bedi Shia Najumpo Emma Ghana Emudu Najumpo Utumi Edit to her to me Chirasie Ajumpo to me Chirasie Esanse what Juno what Dajun one in Penifo Adjuno Adwempono sa won dwene ho a wontumi nkyerase so what I mean sir a fa wadwemu across my mind and I say ohun say ohun internet so and I say na wo bi book mu na ko hu ya wan dwene ho a fa wadwemu na wo di adwuma so wan dwene a fa wadwene mu a ohun njata what I say ohun njata ayeda so ohun njata a fa wadwuma ohun wache na ohun a fa wadwuma ohun say welder for amada anopa no mu adwuma nwumre fa wadwuma sa but yera Bawumia ne policy bia or the atu fam bia no ye fa it me church as pepe Ghana for siase wan dwun ho a won't me chirase enti me check say man pa but in chaso entempa ema the campaign heads no yera opariansa michiano yera dambotwe michiano Mira communication director Michia Nana Kumia Michia Dennis Abuaje Michia Samuel Kumichomunia I mean for in Chiakasie so Emma Tema West constituency ye parliamentary candidates if no amfo sefa Boachia Kwame ye ujidi pass obe maintain seat no ama NPP ebano ye ba lunch Martin ene launching manifesto ana frankly ubi sampanka
because it's a plan
no part of MPP obi anim sa ansa na otino na ne kura mu se wokọ abonten a dia wotini ya ne se ye wala nchamatin enka de flabra no MPP edemawa anka be kwa na di obi aka outside no. And frankly, I'm not really interested in maybe your kind all that stuff. But they'll be
but he's preferring solutions.
I'll just address one of them. Yeah, the Bibia, the Flabren Eshe one sa. And how big MPP akwana? What I say? I had a move bisa. A question of bisa. People are not so much interested in what he has for people.
You think so?
Oh, there be.
Ghanaians and you're interested in solutions or provided for your challenges at your home.
Adia muka ho asem ni ane se enka o ede manwa anko befi party ni mwana. I'm not here to run him down. I won't do that. On the MPP ejuma obojuma. What you say? Why do it me aye? Aha, nti enja no honma. What you say? Nti the aka de Ghana for nti and see what they take from it. But yeah, as a party MPP there, yes, she was doing Ghana for. I didn't tell me how to say.
But I mean, isn't it worrying for you, say, as a party in government, Amusiki se mube breaking the 8th mantra. Na matinaho ma obia wonono. I mean, for the first time, Osiki said the nim krabe ba ballot paper. So what take a lead? Telling Ghanaians the problem say they will have solutions in the concern. Up to now, won't mean Lanche will manifesto, but he has done it.
On take lead. Yera Bawumia in February this year, our UPSC, Oman is 70-point agenda, 70-point vision. Omagana. Essentially, manifesto banner. It will add flesh to it. Such as here, but I jump on Omagana 7th February this year, 2024. Okay, awesome. And you ban a campaign now, you do some parts now. I'll put in make in more kind because I clear the person here. or can't I do hunty? It's me a chassis. Me found one by one, make me a chassis. Confusion be and me hunja be a. What I say? And say, I know decline. Infant change. I know chassis, so or not dream to the manifesto. If I say I did make on a point, one may say, manifesto be expanded and one. And add a few things. But what dream pop pan idea, and out of that. Yeah, but out and to be about. You know, correct. So on with the kind of
remember Alan resigned at the time of resigning, you know, I know making a mention of GTP. I know you remember that. But at the time of resigning, I was going to the primaries, you know, he first announced the GTP.
But that was and no year time of flag bearer, no. It's a announcement for some presidents. I didn't time of person flag bearer for NPP. It's not all come NPP, it's a for MPP delegates at an ASEA, any manifesto. Into a vision for the country now. Baumia has been first in announcing vision for anybody else. In fact, nothing changed, settled. We're going to be the BCNO. Now, Emo, I about come pick here from era like Chamatin, you're kind about saying 5-year mandates instead of 4-year. No. Okay, I disagree with that. In fact, me Kaipo say I'm say man penny before be a council say you know
for proposal.
Yes. Go for respected Ibunupa revere him, you know. But on this way away era like Chamatin Kai, I disagree with that. Me first say 4 year a year. Now the be here I'm a 4 year and I very effective. I have access to information. What I say?
Me too.
It should be possible, say, the speaker, person me know, person me the president. Now, me know we a campaign team.
Yeah.
It should be possible for me to access some information near. That's not them a planet. What I say? As me ba, may I say 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, here say, I feel that my ba be months I share information. You understand me? It's information available. It can be online. It can be anywhere. You can sit down and plan for the nation. I can see America. Obviously, me be president. In the first so this and may say because information credible information
about what the government is doing.
What government is doing for now. It's a different direction now. What the government, I say, over industry, maybe over media industry. If there's information already about the media industry, what's your? But me fast line way. What I say? But me fast something different. But what information? It's about me just that information. So at the idea, person idea. What I say? It's information are available. 4 years should be enough for people to plan and move.
Okay.
Until you hit the ground running.
But I haven't seen this year.
Oh, I think it's gradually. Don't forget, say, your mother right to information act.
Oh, but then a year.
Oh no, okay, it's working. So one test, I could test it, but it is working. What I say? Then here a process. In fact, a better point to be and yes, you could even write for the information. It will be online. I hear buying spending here. I hear buying spending on chess. Ninia will be online. You can plan with it. What I say? And of course, planning here, Ninia, a bene Ghana career, and once me. And my foundation for plan the city or plan the country. Because because be I say, we papa ufi. Now say, who name and buy here? How do you plan? In Ghana card a foundation for development. What I say? Because you be baby and peso bia yefa menu honoma that they go to pon honoma. It him say nipa senate honum. In him cars are here honum. Until me are planning road here in the next how many years? What's our information now? You are a friend of forecast and a projection. What me at the forecast to say sir to my west you buy 200 cars almost 200 cars and cars are near by 100,000. It seems every year be an equal by 10%. Sadia, you be here say you be a quanum. You be here see a bear say it allows you to put in your data. Any foundation of a Baumia a building Mangana. And you have the data or information now. We here 5 years, we here 6 years, we here 7 years to run effective government. 4 years will be enough.
Very
2 terms will be enough.
Very well.
What I say?
But I say 8 o'clock on the dot. But your numbers near 055-059-6929, 055-056-7929. Whether messages in the bar, you beje na yakin kind ya ma. My favorite TT Kakeno so na minchieno as well. Tizi.
On GTP.
Yes, I mean major parties, he's actually accusing you. And what kind of say 5 months to election? Say, mo take your mind serious. By now, your policies and everything should be out. so that Ghana for bit me I digest it. I mean, proposals are more than my woman. I take informed decisions. More train I could see that way.
Oh, and you say you're train. Anyway, good morning to Asher Food now. We apologize. Say me late kakwa. Your manifesto this year, no. What we are doing now, they're very too different from what we presented to Ghanaians the last time. 24-hour economy, no, it says no saying Abeka what you say. And the few things are the way the economy is going now, no, are just here the account. So Abeka, yeah, policies are used to the everybody getting involved. Okay, so a project any people's manifesto, no. That is what we continue to do. Inti me panacho Alan Chemantin, you have a party and you have a manifesto and you have your people to follow you until the audience so
but I mean he's justified in saying that because
we really don't have any problem with him reminding us say yache.
Okay.
But say so but we have a plan and we'll roll it out very soon. Manifesto is almost done, finishing touches and Ekoso. July we launch and then we kickstart. So Obekaya Jomama why community engagements no back around. And he will do another one before campaign kicks. Into and said any problem.
Yeah, touch on the 7th of July, Mushi and some trophy.
Yes, we are meeting the media engagement about the current situations, the air Koso. At times it's good to meet the media and then have a tete-a-tete with them. Because we'll be a question be open directly. When him say JM there or so there. He doesn't need people to answer things that have to do with his government. Or no abetimi answer from archaeology to zoology on through bia. Ufi energy, eco Greek, eco mining, eco baby or no ankasa because of his vast knowledge across board in governance. It's no matter say all friendly ministers about say question never it is in your area into one. So it's good to hear from the horse's own mouth and then just say divergent views we are. Moving forward, no Alan Kojo Chairman saying fantastic. You have decided to move on your own to take a path that you think that it will help you and your followers, which is the yellow butterfly and a golden butterfly. Me feel say he has outlined policies or no feel say that is what Ghanaians need. In effect, Obia Epe followers in this kind of venture, I do that time where Obia Epe say, oh, me tia lanchemante no me the policies or the atu akwembe to amano. In fact, no anajo. There was this lady or your MPP and ana ye din komo. Madam Fobe Edwin Akaba binti no nyumre ne yetete nchen e din komo. And politics came up and now almost said so or more by now ma come aba and all that. Also, I feel we the on to Emma MPP na obeto ama papa now say audience you beko epobeko kumase no. And that just nipa yesu that comment alone changed the atmosphere. There will be a started say sorry because yeah, the Pobeko, and we ask another question. Pony, the Beko saying, or see a bit to me the pipe. I too still to quite home from Accra to Kumasi near the pump at Topunim. And he besides say, why are sass soon as you I'm telling you, this is what the lady said. You besides saying to you never fire in the pipe never fire. Or see, or the baby me they are too still to quite home. Na a pumping during the alcohol. And we, it changed the whole thing. The mayor park say I can say policies at times change people's views because somebody believes say it in Suyoko Pukokumansia Ebebwa. So it is good he has outlined his great transformation plan. It's good now he's breaking it down into bits and pieces for Ghanaians to assimilate. But the general populace is those his target should be. NDC strong numbers, the 40-something% is still there. MPP's 40-something% is still there. We are going to fight over the 15-20% down. Those are the floating voters all of us are going to fight for. We believe that we will be able to make a better and informed campaign this time to get more numbers to move from that middle gap onto our side. Why any campaign? Fine, we are okay with it, but then we are also doing our bit and also ensuring the DSO.
Very well. Me da sititi kache no ma fa asedane bi embabona. Oh didi osre. Me ba jo say open dan arrente. We your company na open eye a dan e de ama wo workers anope mpacho ye wo e dan no bebre emu ofe mpacho. In fact security no very tight pa enti anope open a very nice environment mofra no ebetimi anyi afri ho a obema wo mo ntete papa adankra hodo a wo mo asi ewo eye kaso a Windy Hills no eno na no pay make come for the amount pacho oye papa open baby anywhere busua no etu akotena company asi eye 6 unit houses na each house bia no ewo mu 5 bedrooms enti anope wo mo giving it out for rent wo mo ewo 2 CCTV cameras juma 24/7 and afi wo mo poly tanks a supply ensure enti ensure in abundance in tra ewo ho afi no achi no nkania enum but your standby generators are efe na nkania ni dum ya yetimi aso ede ama environment ni clean one kasa se wo hwe Facebook bon se edan no emu of ye pa open a bit of a year decent environment will better na amount the luxury you are looking for and pay as a say company in the encomo we secured and I feel luxury no our no no in one place and your dream homes no is here for you and pay free not when you want more any combo 0558 507765 0558 507765 and I feel 0248 906831 0248 906831 na when you want money pacho location no Windy Hills Kasua police station no echiwa na when you want any enkomo na House of Fortune pacho me kai was say and 25th June enti ena kokosi the 30th of June bosumi ye I say House of Fortune for the interviews ahodo ni nyina no hyehyɛ so na the tentini ni tietie mo no wo mo penkrofo a wonsa no dwuma ene mo a mo ne nsa no adwuma na afei wo mo de mo akwakopie mo wo man a your friend Romania pacho wo mo ma contract 2 years say kotena Romania o man ni mo na koye adwuma na afei pesika fabra behwe fie anopai uye obi a wo ye adwuma o construction sector nim say wo ye mason wo ye tiler wo ye steel bender wo ye plumber electrician and as a painter pacho wo chefa ewo mu anopai say wotemenka na unyantu wana moa mesro set to anamo na one House of Fortune for any nkomo afi eba no heavy duty equipment more pretty excavators bulldozers crane any forklift ni nyina no anopei monso modwuma ewo mobi eno nti abrofo no ababe pie mu wo man mu a free ene ebenadai eko nyina no wo mo interviews ahodo na wo mo dia fa nkrofo a ebetimi enya companies ahodo mu akwanya akwakoye adwuma ewo ho mpacho dia keka ho a wo behia no wo traveling passport afi wo CV ana wo medical any or registration fee kakra SSA utua uwia na with the 4 passport size pictures and so edi aka ho accommodation ewo ho free or transportation a wo de be kwa adwuma ba free ana afin so allowances a ye de be ma watimi edi bia to kotokom ni nyina no ade a House of Fortune are providing in edi amount after 2 years you be renew contract no edi amount after 2 years so we okay na bezo ba Ghana and so and so you are good to do so and pay free na when you want more any enkomo na womo beje so upomo chia kwan a womo ewo Amankwa Plaza B building in first floor ewo Achimota ABC from numbers 0554 547915 0554 547915 and after 0200 074525 0200 na when House of Fortune any enkomo anopay na womo ebeje so bacho sa akwenya no fa ho hyemu bi na emwa wo pa best brain publication for the textbooks a eye papa meka se eye papa esanse womo ato mo ase aye editing no proofreading ni nyina no womo atimi aye enti errors bia no a ewo book ni mu bia no mpacho ye ni nyina no e de afremu eno achi no Womo enam eye naka curriculum no eso ana a design textbooks on all the subjects ye mofra no esua ewo yen schools ahodo ni nyina from basic level no ekwa de kosi senior high school subject bia abofra no eye bia from nursery crèche kindergarten one kg babisi primary 1 ekosi primary 6 afi wo ba JHS 1 to 3 na afi wa ko senior high school 1 to 3 ni nyina no subject ahodo mo ye ni nyina no best brain publication for atro ho books ediaba na de ma wo mo de no edanso na eye different from all the textbooks am friend use nyina no eye se wo mo de videos any emfoni ahodo edi aka ho edi egu cassette so edi ama kama pa e wo pen drive so a ene se abofra ne kan bibi e wo textbook nim na we nyante ase ni ye a wo hwe video no ana mfonyi na eboa no ama ne timi ete niema na working kan no asiye anope umpe we na wo pedien oni best brain for eni nkomo associations ahodo a mo to textbooks edi ache schools ahodo mo nso a mo pe bi de ama moma eyusu wo fie for extra classes eni de ka ho nyina no anope best brain publication for books ana esese wotom pacho utobi yusu a ebeboa wo ba ne ye pa na nimde sonko a wo pedi ama no ebewie peye wo numbers no eye 0507 200 0507 200 and after 0241 520946 na wone eye best brain publication for any enkomo anope bookshop bi aberembia no o se ope best brain publication for books no ebi womo ebeje so na afi watimi enya bi ato ebeboa woye na ebeboa abofra ne so ninim dia pa na mayemra the interesting subject we are told 5 months for President Akufo-Addo to end his presidency. Now, there is a promise by the finance minister, say, in the month of July, a release 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. Yede eba betua ye banks ye gugu yeno enkrofo musika kokem womonsoa wamukoye investment ahodo musika kokem ni nyina no yede sa 1.5 billion Ghana cedis no e betua sika ne bi ede ama womo. Mami entie kwashi on this particular initiative by the government na afi yento aso any combo kwashi.
Speaker Medasi, woka about our banking sector. Say me so woka say bank na ye gugu no. What you say? Me pese ye tia say aban amba amfa etimupo amba say me begu banks. NPP aban a very private sector led. Kufo kan say the private sector is the engine of growth. Ye GDP so society. And it's all across the country. Yeah, 1D, 1F. Yeah, build the factories all across the country. Until you believe it, you will GDA, ankra, and one day the juma. Until I buy ambassador obegugu banks. I buy say obsession finance.
And the bottom line is that 5 major banks, are not in existence. Right? And yeah, you must say.
Yeah, but what say? But okay, say obegugu banks ye gugu. But say it say I buy share ambassador me ba say bank. Who does it?
Me do.
Yeah, but you say. Kufu Abreso MPP Kufu Abreso and a banking sector expanded pa. Kufu Abreso. Aha, anti another government, another MPP government into member and because they be good banks. Now the attendant say just I'll come back to a year can just so far and I'm from TSC. Banking essentially say, "Oh, speaker, what is government is a main fan to woman? Me the two bank mawa. Me so me the bo ebia titi bosia. O bring me 100 cedis. Me bought it bosia bia 50 cedis. Titi or this kind of bar or baba 60 cedis. Me fast for air saying 10 cedi. Anambwa. Me si kanka sa enye 50 me ma katino titi no. Me fast so ask any usika.
Yeah.
Me fast for as a bank e won pa yes 10 cedis no. Inti the ese me fa me pese me expand you, me pese me fa nkofo mo, me pese me to car so, me pese me de ese me nya me ye fisa emfaso no. And so ebedu point bi a na banks ni bi eye enoma bi efi usika wo de abrane say onfansie. Into mo say na ebi sisi adan. What you say? Because bank ni bi hu say eh em say man for mo sidan mo ton ye, wo mo yin sika wo yeso enkosi bi. Wo pose wo sidan na fa wo bus onfaso a wonya ye no fisi sadan no.
Okay.
Men fa obi a o de sika beto won chen sika emfen ko yesa. What I say? And see, NP and a course affect banks in the P. Me Mr. Asem.
Me too.
You come and say Absa Bank, formerly Barclays. Stanchart. You can't giants like EcoBank. ye can Fidelity, ye can Cal Bank. The Ben out is a Eco Bank Omo Estates. Asbia. Debbie.
But they have other investments, right?
These are financial investments. But one is almost see estate be. What is almost business be one chain baby. What I say? One day expertise ne say for sisan sheni na share risk na fama obi mfen ko ye adwuma no mfa fa so no emfembro. Eno ano. Those are big banks in here, these banks in here, mujina in here na.
And all these banks are foreign banks.
What they be? Me bo Cal Bank. Me bo Fidelity Bank. Me bo Eco Bank. These are local banks. Almost chassis from scratch. Almost knew very well. Want to say, Mr. Cal Bank, I was sitting in that. Anambwa. And see, you must be in the business of giving money out in one.
But Eco Bank is not a Ghanaian indigenous bank, right?
But it's an African bank. You can claim it. What I say? And your foreign bank is an African bank. I won't consider the BBA or Africa as a foreign side. And see, any idea a buyer, a do points me to upper Manchester Majusika, as a bank. When here's a cana, my fee be a good sense of me tone. And I'm saying Yantoe is your. And I feel he's canana, cobra, and the hygiene. And I may do points because I some a core firm are buying bit that be a muscus and some friendship crap on a soul because something else. What I say? Ha. And see, when a buyer a buying buyer and I say or she share the sector very well. And yes, I do point who say a do points be a nipa pium sika banks in yan a do points be a nipa bear 1 million best so do bank one morning. And you know what that means? A very serious issue. And it's a buying episode sa bank as there be yama mo kwam amon trust mo nyesa. And ogada mo nia under one umbrella. Banks na no omo ye de nyeso eso mo ye no. Ogada nia under one umbrella. We so all these banks no omo customers. What you say? Omo depositors omo diska akomo mo nchen. Enti sankofo ni ana so hwena den awutuo moka. A ban ye pia fine. In fact, not Pisuma, what happened was that a bit documentation were issues. In fact, there are some companies from microfinance institutions almost say a bit any issue exclusive crowns and a Bank of Ghana say actual license. What does it? Aha. And before pa actual license no man kasa almost kasim nyai basa. A bit any records p. And it's all baso na me was ABC microfinance. Adam is called honum. Show records for an ID. Because Omo injure enough records. And see, all these things are affected in terms of how quick things are paid. No, it's slow, Nima. What I say? But I say, a flow be receiver. Nipa abandon see him say on Fena scano untubiano. I say or tunable. Oba say them ska has ya. I saw on your time if you film to be sure say I'm pa Sikano Odia. And yet to be able say, oh, XYZ Bank, ABC Bank, no, Miss Horma, as I say, a floor speaker, and then you quit, Debbie. What must I say? It's Ninia account is slow. And Yaminchade, or Mampeni, it's many finance minister, Casa, what instructions say, on for 1.5 billion, and could chanko for almost Sanko Musica. In fact, Pina Sako Musica. What I say? Aka a few. Now, when you say, someone might say, I want to put it properly. Say, I possible say, kakra nakano, no umsikamu dupa. What I say? Because I possible say be offer bank be a more 100 customers or more 10 customers and one single or bank no quite by be half of the bank. Such as here. And to utria 90% na. I feel what you have. What must you? Ha. And see, I idea a buy a bon abomodin, a pesica, a chunk of pina, a car cra, etria. And I believe, yes, debt restructuring programming. In the Madia too, Ghana, COVID, a year Ghana, in the Madia, Russia Ukraine war, affecting I'm Ghana, I could through. And see, my sick some kind. And no, finance ministry are buying 8 minute and conformity at Sans Onim. Medoka, Minjani, Nemum, a patrol, Shani, but some yen send a said the Abaya, met me a gentleman, Nempo, met me as some Bobby Sabian, met me as a trio be. Because he, so we a bank.
Yes, but doesn't that defeat the purpose of the whole arrangement? Debt restructuring. No, I was waiting, say, but I mean, banking sector, just as you explained, I mean, using your own explanation.
Yes.
Depositors, Edio Musikaba, Kwanye SS banks and the first of managing, one more managing in the year. As I see a come your money together, said they be depositors, and our customers, one musika and cocoa. Now, Obibe Soriano Pani, young country, and he said, young musika farmer.
Yes.
Okay. Now we clean up the sector. A sector that you say banks misbehave. I mean, they ought to have safeguarded over 4 to 9 billion Ghana cedis. A depositor seeker. One, people question the fact you say sector you say protected over 4 to 9 billion Ghanaian seeker. You sue 25 billion Ghana cedis. And a declining sector, no, okay, which is questionable. And put a lot of questions in perspective. Say a DNT best spending that huge amount of money in cleaning up a sector, a bino ansanso amphasica answer mumubium. Then the question of, I mean, restructuring of our debts. Any de keka hunyina. Yesu so de no we were taught. Say, I mean, government bonds. Any idea no any the safest form of investment. Makoye investment. Many the greatest assurance say a bind there. What the ukase den krana will bet you. Then a bind comes back to tell us a yenje haircut. Okay? A sector no a woo cleaner no. Say presumably a binding mom no a ende a powerful crofosika at the expense of encrofo a womudio musika and so about buying bosia. How will you justify and juxtapose sa niyamaya SEC within the financial sector?
Okay, nti yamfa say me explaining initially say a torrential and a buyer affect your bano. Nti memfa wa branch what here speaker. Obo humode wo kwa pen down de bia. Obo humode o family. What you say? Na from nowhere en perfume yare bia bo sabi yare bia bo we dan ya yare abo a won prepare obi asu ni honma yare abo prepare. What you say? We dan ya it will affect your finances. Nti bia wo nam akwa pen down e bia waje buse bia wo dan wotimi and I would do every month waje mortgage. Ebia okaya ku dem kura ebuse bia wo de ko up and down. Ebi kura wo business bia waje buse bi na wo de ye. But yare abo. What do you do? Yare no bo you are the only nipa with that adwuma no ano a. So won gina hono ma bibia e affected. Nti the abane say won tena afia ohu e to wewi na afetu sikasem. Nti ohu to no e na wo call bank no say wo. Mesrama de ni send the see. O just here. Nti mesrama metwe musika no enso man dan me mama me kwan me ntua no se I don't just say my phone sika o me say yenya hihye ma yentiase yenya hihye no me mfintua oka.
Yes, but as is when you are telling the people say you will start to pay those monies from 2030 echo again say obi penisi kesisia for instance or the 50,000 beto wa nipa no yes slashing almost half na ya ma half one interest in tier Udu sika be investment wow won sanka interest because interest will be paid in 2037 echo me ba to boase I mean duration more extended now open principal na nkasa na yesika botin na wodi be shame na you are not getting it now even if you will get it you must take a haircut you better so near the biama because a buying is a won't mean to any na
and because of the CNT affected because of Russia Ukraine war. Me ba last week catch you say. No, we can
now wrap up.
You to me infant to change. Here now saying the Prime Minister of UK Rishi. Last me ba me kan wasam. Oko parliament and one parliamentary besane say. Na UK is sikasem ni asa e basa. Asem o ma two answers pe. What's winning? COVID affecting. And the Russia Ukraine war affecting. What you say? We are there. We are interlinked and interconnected. It's answer. For say, be a Ghana has say we will be a auto adiefi China. And so it be a Sahara material China for a use a the amount. It be a part if Ukraine and if Russia. It be a total price. And I'm what if you do one case I won't tone fee Russia directly, and I won't tone fee Ukraine directly. In so long as be a auto fee, raw material be a fee Ukraine and around Ukraine and Russia and around Russia, it will affect you. That's how it works. Enti
Abaying agrees says those eventualities in the affect you know.
Of course.
But Abaying Chronano does not accept the fact to say Ose bank be afa depositor seeker, customer seeker, where they are invest in real estate and crofo meto dino and sikana kwako loke ewo. For that reason and other reasons, there's a cleaning up sector. No? Yet those banks, you know, customer bian wa was sorry and opakas wako bank A or sika maninsan kanisika. But a buying a yusu no as justification at the cleaning up the sector. Yet government is saying say mudi musika bo mebosia COVID aba etimintimintia. I mean a justifiable reason SSR buying no demagan and ya wodi sika ebeto.
Mama example me yusu one kasa as a branch as example about homodia. Yare boa we are be affected with finance.
Very well.
But no, even men can quickly about this a debt exchange you can answer me. In fancy what they in share deba kwanse. Bonds na fancy be a me a bank.
Yes.
Me a buying would seek abre me 100 Ghana cedis.
Me dia bob here.
Abo me be 100 Ghana cedis. Now you agree say out of 100 Ghana cedis memo in si hu e be every 6 months be and memo be 2 cedi.
Yes. And
I say 5 cedi. What you say? Now what the 10 years sir. The opportunity say aban sa me 100 Ghana me 10 years no. Me 100 the principal no membership for 10 years. Na mu ehun si hu no na obetwa me saa for 10 years.
Yes.
Edu saa 10 years na answer makase o me saa me principal no 100 no me pacho fema me.
Exactly.
Enti aban se me be 5 Ghana every 6 months. The aban can say okay, this year onim me ho akire me. Enti instead of 5 no me pacho me ma be 2.5. Enti ye ko ye nim next one ye ko by in 2 years 3 years no anka baji 5 no we may know 7.5 may we 10 enti in the end obi an lose we hwe. The only thing is anka wonya 5 sia no and swati but haircut no enche say the anka say won saka pa de won sanka what me say
I was here because the explanation, no justification now. What the mommy know is different from what your ministers are telling us. Even the finance minister.
But that's the whole idea of that same program. And it's different. You don't lose any money. And I said, there was a
I have friends, medical doctors,
yes,
or my investment with certain banks. I apply so here musika. Obi at the 80,000 year investment. The bank is willing to give them those monies, but one more slash I'm 45,000. So if you tell me so be anti musika, I mean it's quite unfortunate.
So on my 80, on my 80, and no quite man of 45 years, the account on some kind of different thing. And this
no, so Penisika CC, I'm coming.
So bond not mature.
The question bond not mature, but the question is that we cannot pay the principal plus the interest I will pay no CC. So which ma certain number of years I bet me every year bet me start here. But say we pay CC there, we can only give you 45,000.
But you haven't lost the honor.
You've lost it.
You haven't lost it.
No, that is what I'm telling you.
You haven't lost it.
What the people are experiencing.
You haven't lost it.
Did you mean
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
So be next time you go explain tire.
Oh, that we question the ombre.
Obet Musa yeah. Yentinas. Me pacho sa issue of Jatano party na issue disclaimer say nipa no kra no. He's not a party member in Timunjai. Eka. Why? We are just telling you the person is not a party person, so nipa no ebetimi aka de ope. And we have no.
Titi yanko anymore. Pacho 1.5 billion.
Once upon a time, Nkrofo Efa Ghana to say a more private property. It decided say banks we know almost sure I was say you collapse the banks no if you say almost see reports that how say omundisika. Even in the United States of America, where all powers belong to. When banks have issues of liquidity and the cash, the government steps in to make the banks work. Obeni say omo explain banking sector crisis any secure media shame and the monies or the amount keeps changing daily now. Asifim. Meme You can't say Omuntu Yangrofon a few years ago, no. They made it look like they had finished paying everybody and the matter had come to a rest. And you have to say President Wama authorization say they should still pay some people who are still hiding in the back or Modeka. Mr. Speaker, time I deal with see, you know. Me kai say me teta me ti na. My imagine say to say the wo ti he me kai say now wo plan say obe ware last 3 years. And odu sika akoto investment mu say ebedu next year no obetimi etua oba no ho niam nyina na wo de kakra akoto dan bi ase na wa start wa brabo. And banking sector cleanup, any haircut, debt restructuring, you buy. Indirectly, no, you say original trajectory of life. And instead of some form of apologies, no, they still look back and say Russia, Ukraine, and they make references to international people, and also one can say Russia, Ukraine. Look, inflation in England is 2%. Today. Risky Sunak is using it as a campaign tool to go for election on the 4th of July. 2%. So how can you compare yourself with somebody and inflation here 2%? I can say or no, so say Russia, Ukraine. You are not his classmate. You are not his classmate. So the system there is not what we run here. Here inflation, meka. Your debt to GDP, you don't come anywhere close to those economies. Until someone can say Russia, Ukraine now. I said here, the be on circular, ordering the obedient one apart go Jinaku Huato. Any skinny or land cruiser more see your name in this country mean they do go into it because they do moving pick. Because breakfast in moving pick, no 500 cities don't mean into your 400 cities, dear no. Do you compare yourself to somebody walking on the street to 10 cities? No. You are in two different economies. Two completely different. Ghana and to say other economies. And the Kai MPP in Semomo say, how can inflation and debt to GDP and all that jump Cote d'Ivoire and come to Ghana? And then Cote d'Ivoire is still paying their debt. So Ghana's economy today, no, we have suspended paying debts. A car Ghana, no. Ghana for him say, sad euro bond, ne why ni come in bosom boy in no. But see, for the past 2 years, we are not paying any external debts.
Exactly.
What you see? So the economy is on the verge, say, more change until time I better see into your cano. And I start feeling how it is. What the cat? What ye juma Kessben? Ye ntua oka end of the month. But when yes kasi see, I know I bobo see or Richard was Richard. Mama 1,000 me yare me dene call hospital. Na Richard begina when you say mama sika na. Na o kasi o Richard train bo so me so ne etua me car. Na me tua. And no stress sa aka no or the achew. And that is the problem we have today. Ghana, the Canada hostel. Debt restructuring, still people have lost millions of cedis. And they still don't see, say, we must. I just can't. President Akufo-Addo told us there will be no haircut. There will be no haircut. And then there are haircuts. Has he apologized to Ghanaians? Say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. He hasn't done that. But they are haircuts. Nkrofo losing major investments. Not small, major. Maybe how the other year the kitwa. Obi dieno, it says lifetime investment. Emma, this time no, people have resorted not to put monies in investments in Ghana, but keep it under their bed because that is the safest place they can keep it. If you say you can't tell what the next MPP administration will do with money, Into obi asro say or did this kabako to bank. Into debt restructuring no mo kase omo go tuano. In Crawford the come on, it is so kase o omo amode kan omo sika no susu. What is the difference between obi or deka 10 cities obi or deka 20 cities? Who they make 10 cities, who you make 100 cities? Card back na me boy.
Yeah.
If somebody's life, especially the sick are opis cardiac be a dialysis. The sick opis cardiac to a draw. Obi already 70 years and they need to say me investment or bank no. And no na bosumi be an every 3 months. No go ikakra. E dey ahwe me ho ato a draw any ahwe fie no. What's the woman haircut? Scan watch him. The academy to in some years to come. What guarantee do you have says years to come? Life is not ours. So it's up to them to tell us something better. And yet, Ukrofosika no mwafana Moka say we should bite it. After all, Mokwa babo siani any hobby. Any hobby. But ene abayin sano mo say yes ye sumbi. How? So me I feel say
is that the reason here John Mahama promises about I mean
the banks now collapse wrongly.
Yes, exactly. Or better more license and more. And it's justifiable enough. Because they tell you say reports the conditions are not sector ni no. I mean more managing a year. It was mismanagement and the banks in the bedroom that level. So they ought to collapse it.
Mr. Speaker, you have banks that are dying and they need 4 billion cedis to come above water. Also there be reports that the house bank no were insolvent. Inti Mikugu bank no the workers 20 no munko fi nkoda. A car bank ne din Crawford no metuye no at the end of the day 25 billion went into it. 25 billion went into it. When you could have saved the banks with the 4 billion and saved the staff. A few weeks ago, me who said, Mr. Indum, and the length and breadth of Ghana, trying to talk to his customers. Some customers are on his neck. Now, remu, customers no want to call or mubisan or modern kano. These are people that he gave them loans and are buying so diomoka. Into assembly says, I buy to your moka. Inka Indum wouldn't be insolvent. What I say? Me so I say bank dey Jumane say omo obi bosia.
No, I make it profit.
Yes, we make it profit. Okay, abaya ma me Juma. Say me could do gata wo circle. My gata na wi aban into ameka. Me so me the bank neka. Ne. O say bank no enni sika because bank ni ma me sika ma me ko ya aban Juma na. O say wo gu bank no. Me wa wonye wa adwen say obi tua nipa na wa ye Juma no so. It's not fair. It's not fair. Into your mama, in all fairness, or say he would look at the banks that have been collapsed wrongfully. Say, your money moving from point A to point B to make them solvent. They are. Then it was wrong on the part of government to make those banks collapse. They are sure how to bring these banks back. After all, it was Kofua's era. And indigenous banks in our bar to stream.
Yeah.
So what again happened? If you really wanted indigenous banks to exist, why couldn't you have assisted them or helped them? And then you want to kill them. What I don't understand is this. There's a baby, there's a mother. Directors of the banks, since the banking cleanup sector, apart from one bank, our meeting say, a friend is saying, what's the name of this guy? Mensa Water Bill Bank, never saying. Atuasian case, no. And even in Atuasian's case, no, it's because they were doing pick and choose. How many of the bank directors have they actually brought before court? Banks don't collapse in no. You collapse the bank and leave the directors or those who run the bank to go scot-free. If you really have a case, I believe that by now, directors in then you should have been able to prosecute them. But it's only one bank. Only one. All the other banks, you've collapsed them, but you have not been able to actually adduce some facts to put the directors that you claim has mismanaged the banks, put them behind bars. For Ghanaians who don't say, oh, I'm some boss now, ote Land Cruiser no no be adwuma no. Omo kan bi e na bank no ye di pam yen. But these people are still walking free and nothing has happened to them. 7.5 years. 7.5 years in government.
Titi down see for.
And to speaker, media, I feel that on one side, no, they did a big mistake by not saving the banks. 2, on the other side, no, so they created an impression say ye tuyo biaka. 3, as we speak now, why is it because 5 months or 6 months before elections, and Omufiu said they can squeeze money out of rock to pay off the people? Is it that they want votes from Ghanaians? Ghanaians are now discerning you. Ka wo de me dada. Inti say ne nyame aka okuma na wo de bremia meji. But that doesn't mean say they said yeah, you are going to use that as a campaign and say that you honor your promise or the president is this government is a listening government. My brother, listening government in Krofwe. There are a lot of people who have died out of this debt restructuring and banking crisis. And you can't bring life. Omo can say they cannot bring D&D, but they can. You cannot save lives. You during the COVID time, you cannot.
We can't bring back the lives, but we can bring back the economy.
Good. Yeah. Here we are. Here we are. You are doing it. And 2 no other. And 2 no other. If you had some form of investment and you got a haircut, you won't sit here and talk like that.
Yes.
If you were sitting here and you have suffered to put 50,000 cedis into the bonds or into your friend saying,
I know.
Treasury bills.
Treasury bills. And you wake up one morning and you've lost more than half of it.
I don't sympathize with
you won't
Ghanaians.
sit.
I do.
It's not a matter of sympathizing.
I do.
What fault did Ghanaians do to lose half of their savings?
But that equally does not mean, say, the banks must misbehave, knowing very well.
That is why I'm saying take the mother out, take the children out and punish the mother for us to see.
Because oje deposit sika. Now they talk cars and say, would you see mansions at them at the expense? I wouldn't even say. I mean, the average Ghanaian basu or Bejini sika, you won't be able to. I mean, get back the money.
Mr. Speaker, I agree with you perfectly. Yes. What have they done to those people who were buying the big cars and the houses?
Atuasian is in jail now.
It's only Atuasian.
I think there's only Atuasian.
Oh, but I cleared it from the beginning. It's not only one bank you collapsed.
A process. What I say?
It's not only one bank you collapsed.
It's a process.
It's not only one bank.
2018.
It's still a process.
Look at the time.
It's still a process.
And you
What
still
process?
don't have time on your hands.
It is still a process.
What process?
What I say?
Oh.
It's a process.
I think that you don't have the facts to prosecute the people.
It's a process.
I think you don't have the facts for which you stood on to.
Titi, say some of the messages. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Why don't you want to allow the NPP man to talk? Everything shows you are an NDC. Every time I always watch your show. Thank you. This is also not your first time of sending me that message. I'm grateful. Thank you anyway. My job is to be asking the questions. This one says that, good morning, Speaker. I'm Alfred from Kumasi. This NPP government is not going to help and support our country, Ghana. NPP will never come back to power again. That is what Alfred what they abba or message, you know. We say, good morning, Speaker. Please, I'm asking why Ayalolo buses are still parked. They are on sales or what? The Ayalolo buses are not working for this country to utilize the benefits. Okay. Thank you for a message, you know. We say, good morning, Speaker. This one says that, good morning, Speaker. Please attention, pig industry is dying. The government rolled out a rolling for food and jobs policy, of which the farmers went into it, and yet issued permit for importation of pork to silence the local farmers. Now our industry is dying and we keep suffering as farmers. How will the government achieve the implementation of rearing for food and jobs project? Our produce are not being bought after production, and we are losing a lot of money. Okay, that is what you mean. Thank you. One for with me and we say, good morning, Speaker. Ask the man to tell us which bank customers have been paid their investment. He should also tell us what does Russia and Ukraine got to do with haircut of bondholders. Daniel sent in that one from Koforidia in the Eastern region. Daniel, thank you. Kwashi Beyano at the amount. We say, good morning, Mr. Speaker. Please tell Mr. Kwashi I'm a branch polling station executive, NPP officer, and I'm asking what time our running mate will be announced to the public. And I like Mr. Kwashi's boldness and argument as well as analysis. God bless him. You sent in that one from a year Cape Coast. I'm one to me from Cape Coast. Okay, one to me. Thank you for the good thing. We say 36 years, military man is transforming Burkina Faso. Why Ghana is still sinking again by the aged men? We must change our way of thinking as a country. Thank you for a message. We say, good morning, Mr. Speaker. My name is Ibrahim. Alan Chematin has no message. Same as John Mahama and the NPP man. Is a good communicator. God bless him. And he is leading with a lot of vision as well. That is Dr. Bawumia you are referring to. Thank you. Kingdom of a year, Saudi Arabia now sending away a different by Riyadh. Thank you for a message. Mamin Kaiwe, we say, good morning, Speaker. I'm Osman from Ashaiman. Please don't mind these NPP communicators. You see how the NPP man is struggling to explain their own policies. And I believe the questions you are asking are on point. God bless you. Thank you for a message. This one says that, good morning, Mr. Speaker. Please, I'm Kwesi from Kochi. That is what you sent in. I say, please come and see the Bekwai Minhin. Right? Bad roads. Okay. I don't know if I got the name right. Thank you for a message. We say, good morning, Mr. Speaker. I'm Ken Shadow from a year Pankrono in Kumasi. In fact, the NPP man is explaining very well to us. God bless him. Keep it up. It is possible for Bawumia Ajiman. You sent in that one. Thank you for a message. Let me do the final one and get back to them. We say, greetings to you, Mr. Speaker. Getting information about certain things and places is not through Ghana card. What is the Statistical Service Authority doing? Thank you for a message. This one says that you see that you don't have anything to say again, or you do is to lie to the Ghanaian people, frustrating Ghanaians as well. Sule sent in that one from Doma. Sule, thank you for a message. Where you say, good morning, Mr. Speaker. I think this NPP man has nothing good to tell the listeners. Those who speak faster are fan of telling lies. He should give us a break. My name is Yao. This way, thank you. From a year Manso Bonteso and I would do a free a buy. Thank you. Yeah, we say good morning, Mr. Speaker. Tell Mr. Alan Chematin that he is wasting his money and time. He should go back to the NPP. Thank you. Lot of messages. Mode ababebre. Mamimra kwashiso na mintieno as well. On the running mate issue, that is my next topic though. Na yadia wrap it up with the policies. No beti media no so akaho na mabatiti. So somebody is even asking you, your own party person. Ebisa mo said that na mode running mate no beba. Why is the running mate not bringing up a lot of confusion in the New Patriotic Party?
Speaker Medasi. Na almost muti almost send text in here the money ase sabi omuni hono ma show in show nti the money ase in tempara before member I don't know quickly minua penny titi katano kan sembi
you just have about 5 to 7
menfa eno femontem okata GM Bank say entua enkofo aka GM Bank the issue GM Bank ne say almost shas your whole process and a GM Bank dey asem court it's asem e litigation a won't mean how much until say ebefi bank at the same bia wakoto asase se opese wosidan ukosika opese wosidan no na obi aba ene opre asase no ho mokopi court say hey bo bia nkwa ansana we dey until say maka asem na ewie no won't mean say so kosika no anamboa nti yemfa no ntinchen enye say aba na entua GM bank for asem no court nti kan wie ya payment into me and go through that easily and again so many titika say yentua external omomodi ka from outside the country no mama boy bosiana yetua
no
we are paying some of them we are paying some of
them
we are paying some of them
question how
you we are paying some of them
no bilateral credit
your multilateral your bilateral doesn't count there in fact multilateral yetua bi Yes,
Which one?
there
Mention
could be.
it, mention
We
one.
are paying some. I don't have the details, but we are paying some. That I know.
No.
Me tell you control.
No.
Eh? Me say
This is a fact.
To the best of my knowledge, no, Minka said
Yes.
we didn't throw, but I'm saying, say, to the best of my knowledge, I know, say, bilateral creditors. For instance, China and the lead with your debts, okay? Yes. I feel na you need more negotiate. In fact, we have to even go through Germany for them to speak.
The other ones say who you ma. I'm say ADB bank ninka home from a Cote d'Ivoire. The others who you Yeah. Bosiabo and only from two places.
Exactly.
What I say?
Exactly.
And this for look as if say won't mean trade be cra.
No, but that's not true. The government, the IMF told you, say, international bond creditors.
Yes, sir.
Money woman negotiate and restructure.
Okay.
I mean, individual bondholders a year international creditors, and they gave we were left with the countries. Countries, Anna, China refused to come to the table with us. And on our fair reach a conclusion on the whole arrangement. No, I'm saying is currently the fact, what is happening, and the one when I hear you almost the same.
Say you won't call for a tromoka any be my and negotiate for
If you tell me say you are negotiating,
how to pay.
You are not paying anybody.
I don't need a bilateral.
You will be about you tromoka.
What is that?
Because only my winning man can say in tromoka. That's only my winning.
So as
Yembra Yera Baumia, the man of destiny. Yembra ne policy so. Makacho say policy na sawa dwen ho a utumi kirase e clear. Policy won dwen ho a na wo kirase a wo bre. E nti na policy bia ba amanfo aka mo policy 6 months ni 7 months ni ye ntumi kirase de mo ha ne njata ko say dai so. Hwe you're about me, I say. Let me my put my trust here. Say you're confused. You're about me, I say. Oba or the 2,000 megawatts of solar energy air bagana. Akosumbo dam am I a little over 1,000 megawatts. Into you can almost twice Akosumbo dam. That's a bold vision, and I possible in a sense to say a real young koto, a real come here. Makande biya say. Ye fango ho sema de bia dollar ho ayesenia e hieske pi akra wo hia dollar first in fact first of all I say wo to dollar aban to dollar one answer na wasan ko to fango into to on two levels into we mu nia no ema usikasem nia e ho aye ebe sheki what you say ba wo me ba ye the engineer e ba ma it me atap solar energy area no ye nkosesa dollar emfento area because obia wo bi ye nya wo bi. What you say? A man put a real endorse or put they are tapping into small power area bar in a year. Okwa Europe, there are some countries that area mbupi so they are trying solar or honor. Na yet ya say any solar. And no bar CKP here at the crafango at the two generators ema yankani sisunia a sobete. That's one. A clear vision. You're confused about it. Share waka say Oba or the individual credit system bagana. Ema aye possible say minua teacher or NDC or person or to car bill or person to phone bill or to TV bill. Na ketua aye 2,000 Ghana and na 1,500 Ghana. Here say oba fast asking nia 1 month pay akoto sade no. So we a dropout, we a mate to, we a tailor, we a doctor. We here said all that money oba maso akoto at the back. You be reduce based on say the speaker woman is 1,000 now over to me etria and that's the way woman bosia 5,000 over to me etria based on that no okwa for TV utria ska krebi utria sa o masoko e bia utria over 2 years 3 years e ba na sana sa will pay of 2,000 1,500 no wo benya bi wom wo hia phone na bunya phone wom wo hia TV a wo bunya TV wom anamboa wo hia fridge a bunya fridge wom because ni nia no yes spread amount a bold vision me see de bia me ka say ye nuanum mo abuchi mo fi abuchi bagana won mu kra phones kra iPhone ni kra den ni nya aye bosi aye credits
okay what minute running mate ni dey so man memra titi so
ema kwan ema osmi sade we nia memfa we kan very quickly Yoruba Omia akase oba or the 1 million youth e be training in ICT in some. Hwe. Chasem we. Memfa we. the future is digital.
Okay.
Today is digital. Any leader, any leader on digitalization, on above for some, he's in the past. And they're on TSC.
Or belong to the old age.
Or belong to the past on TSC. Did the beer and the on above for some, which in the past. Did the beer on above for some and the on TSC. Or China, the wire crowd confused about China. Now, won't see an Russia. And they won't see us, which China see. You're confused about it. But Umia is the only person all asema a dog Ghana. You're confused.
Thank you.
You're confused.
Thank you. May I say, Rodney Milkley, I think that own person may come for some. May I say, my time that's one. Mamin Tio on the policies na Yanko. Question may I say. Thank you.
On the policies of NDC and IMPP.
On your own policies, I would.
Okay.
I mean, he's giving you.
Let's talk about let's talk about the 24-hour economy. Yeka 24-hour economy obi beka say yeka jata na so obi nim digitalization na opa circle hona wo kwa udome cemetery Ubehu Debisi or the Accra Digital Center. It is the biggest digital hub in West Africa. And no, say, and no, Obi Ghana who say we are heading towards a digital age. And na OC Digital Center no. And ne, Obi so air to Abibi so. And na Odi Jane no, but the refi say na Obi Eli dino Edwin Sin and ye ne. And now we can say also digital. When we have the Accra Digital Center, a controlling Ghana. Mr. Speaker, 24-hour economy, simple and straight. The economy is going to work in shifts. And next Speaker Abai Juma 8 or 5 or Pon or Kofi. Between 5 and a dear then na office nebe. It may be anyhow. The NDC is saying say we want to do a 24 round clock working economy. I see and saying say obia bejuma 8 to 5 bit be about 5, 6 to 10 and then 6 to 12 or be about 12 to 8 and about. Na ama economy ni eye juma. One, there are government sectors are omo ye ejuma a demand what omoso. NDC time and MPS ports no 24 hours. So obetimi akọ clear BB at Waterman port at 2 a.m. because the system runs. Passport office ene obi ape passport. Ama yes said the connection men woman. The Jomama can say government agencies and the private companies are almost feel say ombetimi aye 24-hour economic government. But government agencies are they need to work to ease pressure of them. No, the 24-hour economy will work. Inti se wo apply for passport. Now wo ko anapa. Now we do 5 o'clock. The open 5 then can't just say wapon into okofie broch nanapa. No. Obi wo ho ye juma 6 to 2. Obi wo ho be juma 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. Inti pressure na wo na bedding e be form. This is what the NDC is proposing. Okay. And your passport office pay customs be ye juma sa DVLA be ye juma sa unko sala enko ma pressure enka say me call one apano yes you know today excuse me so wo kokoye NHI card udu ho a if they take the first 40 people, I'm talking about car bank. The first 40, 50 people, that's the end. Until more line, they tell you to go and come back tomorrow. That's it. Because that's what they can do in a day. Because on my yard, they know the number of people they can print cards for the day. What you say? In the state of a 24-hour economy.
Now, going to cut 24 hours.
Sorry?
We're going to cut 24 hours.
You can. It's a possibility. I'm just giving you an I say, what is wrong with keeping the system working? But let me ask him. The Omuna Mene can digitalization. What did they bring? Are they not lying on the backbone of the Accra Digital Center John Mahama built?
Why confused pa?
Oh. Yeah, digital center namu na musemu na mode digitalization ba.
Nipa musemu be creating juma amagana for afi musemu be passport center 24 hours na man for join fi kuma ako.
About join fi kuma ako. Oh, are you serious?
Very well. Thank you, gentlemen.
Are you serious?
Why are you confused?
It's from the NDC.
Why the Uji passport test say who join fi kuma?
Why confused?
Me amiti hey.
For your time.
Me what passport be join fi kuma?
Don't want to.
Grateful.
6 o'clock is here.
Yeah, what baby for the discuss say vacation bia ye be call holidays e wo Germany.
Don't want to.
Vacation bia ye be call holidays for London.
Who be being kind of phone journey? Who be
Ye join akwa.
24 hours.
May I say thank you. I'm grateful for your
Wake up
time.
in the mirror and say yes I can. Open your face,
By your feet.
Natengwa way. Dani mubala kabo.
I'm here with us. I'm fast. That be my Emma's Global Link Limited. I don't pay one more dollar. My friend, quench your home seven. One more number one pa. Emma's Global for the be too quiet. One more do be too far. And until we are students now and they, but your person with too quiet. Come on and equals the idea. When Emma's Global Link Limited for in common. Also, I a professional person now and they. But your person who got to Abra for the show and war on my for us. My numbers here are 0504 203401 0504 203401 and after 0535 502499. Now when a year Emma's Global Link Limited in Income, but your Kumasi, who are more as a woman Senate office, no Eddie anymore. And no actually no bank cry, or more White Cross Junction, with Jackasso main road, you know, and I'll be home. One more room, I'll pay one more Abway here. Eclipse collateral management for that Pacho. One more with Japadi and Cratan be young man. One more to your commission ever home. And until pay wood team, we a Japadi run. But your fat one cratter sibling in Aberdeen. Not your Juma into your commission ever. And when you will pay a year loan, only collateral. Speak to us, you may just so Adumabwa will be fine. We are pay on 0266 999020 0266 999020 and for 0302 551877. Now, when the Eclipse Collateral Management for any income, one be just so bad. Then tell you signs about country. Obe huye ewo. I'm my best friend for action. Now, me my work. Good morning, everything. Yeah, fine. That's right. I say I don't pay my yen come na yen 2 books, Papa.
The speaker,
Yes.
on say Enchibia and Coromba Queenim. Ha, Tibeka, Muhia, and Mapa Papa, Mudivit me at so modest. Say open one papa,
Yeah.
at the Aboa Badachia. A chain being a book back and a bit of any best brain books. I didn't cry near Canessa. If the best brain book a booker, the decano. Naka Yatum. Afe a book are okay, Otiasie. A book are more examples be brave, ever bob of Frano. About money didn't ride a costly pa. On the last year history.
Yeah.
This week in ICT Kakrabi. Where book 3, MICT. On say, Senyaka ICT pair, the band paper braid to me the computing, me what?
Exactly.
Now so a number brain a kaboom, I be ICT no. On say your I know I say information cry they call information horror. Esa akrani hu okwa fa so information horror. Say bi obi na air catching. Say bi ayeti news bi. Say bi obi na atroka ta bi abre. Ni na akwa fa so dey enya information. Say bi ye kan say obi kire ade o class ni na dey information. Afi osisi communication.
Yeah.
Communication so our fahoro bebrebe. Some no all can say a friend say communication.
Yeah.
A verbal one. I feel so you were maybe written. Be a truck attack or mobi. If you want to be who's a womb,
Yeah.
A written. I feel your body language in say there. Oh, on the cannon be a oya de be enough for watching the show. On the city or the way in jai. Communication. On the sa abofano who sa nema we nyina. Na note me dey aboa no. Afa ti no technology. And ne beka say abefu nimdia dey adoson. Kaneno ebia on video tie dum yesi na tie. Na so ne nsakra dey aba and which is technology koso bebrebe enti ye fe be say tools or ICT mu enema bebrebe na e wo ICT mu boy when dada sitting mu ama e bibia dey koso pepepe enema horo e kan say tools kura bi ni den e wo ICT mu eboa betima mama franso suan de yie on say medic de ka say se opese abofra tibi bia se yie pa fa enema e ben no mum ye examples man okay so enema e ben ye examples man sa abofra na amade ne ka abofra ti if you say onim sa de e ben no o de emfa bi say radio say nya de fio nya checha horo bebre na eden e fi honom kane no say BBC na se besoma na ko bo ma na ya hwe etubofo esi etubofo ede akọ na enso ne radio timi ne ma bebrebe o se asme se be fa so bi ayira e ko radio asme se ayira o ye hwe no enam se radio this information na akọnti no simane ede ni ehu no e be television so sa tse hweti efide yi na o so sisi yi e don se be ka se technology na ede e ko nanim ye pa and say abofran be hu sa nema we a wo hwe aso emmo ma de so na nyamra na afi adeba ko ne asa boye pa camera on say phone bia camera wo
yeah
wona to nchen a ye wo de e wo ba bibia te be bia ti camera ye ne ye wo ha ento bia ntimi de ope bia keke so on hyetie enti ne se wo wura ba bi na wan hwe ye se mi koke de mpe a de na be chew camera be chew enti on sa ne ma horo no ka se e ben kwara no se opio nam street so abon say your come sa horo e den esisi mia enti o ye bibia eno kwati signal police obi ye bibi onti ko e den kochi no enti on se abofan benya sa nema we nyina ebembe no na o hwa ati sei e ma ade na o sio na e den e ye mremremremrem ma no adentia o se nema horo ni nyina e den e ben no yie pa eno ti ne hu hia sisi a say obefa na man bra ope bulk etunu number 0507
0507
200
200
afa 0241 520 946 Frisia na beden ibeje oso na ba bibia obia na abro ne man bi se ne ye kan on se nam se pese bo mo fon hu ICT tools ne ma horo adi bo en dada sitem nti o de enfa bi se Sunday bi obia kwa enfa sorry and you use the microphone kan no bi be tietie mu na so ne na microphone ti se nipa 1000 nipa 2000 nipa 3000 nipa 10000 kwa na shia e ma obia ti de nipa ne den eka on se sa de no abofon wa den ohu enti anya de nkra so de chance we because technology eboa ma dada se tana koyi enya no de nkra afa nyina yare on so no ya kra sa book 3 because ya kra be mfie nwotwe na all ball mo hu sa ne ma horo we Oko hospital e bibi china motom e friend saying thermometer e de eboa nurse na say doctor mo nya information e wa akra no ho and don't say oh ne ho e schedule say enti bia enam say ne ho e schedule say enti e ma na draw we na say we abofra no akọ hospital me de bia china motom pen enti say oh the we e kire na so e be den na on say e be memre ai ama no adentia sa ne mani na ohu bi won en dada sitem afi ene so ku school sa horo na elem kwa school bia eje bi omo chichiri pa kan no say on baba ye nchen exam sa na etwegu board so ananti sa
exactly
na neso e enam nimdi ye technology na bandi ye ntwegu board so bio ye ne den ene yo bibia etimi print my ye bo na print kama ne da baba to akra nim so onye dey onye nso hwe no nti won say akra nam say ye baba twa so hwe ye money paper no dia yenti so o kan bibia e che say bibi timi print bibi mayen ameti me de bibia on say onu anka say o feel dada enti ayeden ayembre ma no o hwe mfie enso mu a ne ma horo be na asesa om kan e pa se ne so wuchia ho na nanso e eden eko
stove
aha enti on technology na eden aboye mayen dada sitra no de bia bi foforo eden eba nse di kaka e kan sen se camera ho asemi enne enema horo pi yo ho a na kan na hinta na eso na camera ye den eyiba endo na ho social media na bebrebe na ye den ekos enti ohun say yen dada sitire mu no ade e say technology na den aboyen papa ye ama yen bibie ko bia na ye bia na den eye mremremre den e ma yen pa afi de na betima bo akra na bio yen kai say computer na anka so ye den ICT tools ne den e bia and don't say obu say anye eno kwanti ne hu e ka hu bi adentia sa computer etimi de yen ma horo bebrebe best information be we ni ba bebrebe the computer ne dey e dey mayen ni ma horo be na betimi de computer ne bi ere aye bro betimi chaba from wo hu abi say obetimi da boni motie ada gide ni obetimi de sua de ni ma horo bi onti ase no obetimi de search no ada wa hwehwem afi onu obetimi de agro horo obeso design horo bi a ni ma horo bi so betimi de no are betimi no aye computer no kra aye kan wasem kra no ye wo mienu on se back your friend tikopo on desktop no the bisi one no o afa horo be 9 I didn't see the cancer on 60 minutes ankasa ho afi on monitor ankasa ho afi on mouse afi on the keyboards no and the because achi mo fa horo 9 and they say akra no hu anyina afi no breakdown say the laptop ka send ni na dey e bomba ko e do say wo de bibi say cha wo fra no na o chire mu chire no na abofra be tiase a aka na hefa
very well. Obi pe bi atwa hemfa na obenya bi ato na afi yemfa numbers no ntu dwa biem na yemfansi.
Se obi pe ngoma ne bi ato fan se oye awofo a wo akra he a okọ ekansan Orange Park afi top road ni na so bookso bebrebe so edan e ho ofi ma 7 na ba en so okọ plain lane ho a nso benya bi so wo Kumasi nso a okọ KO edum Samia ni na so bedan obenya biato afi wo takrade nso akọ market circle ayada benya biato afi okofodua akọ total 2 ayada benya biato afi wo tanle nso akọ taxi rank na se post officer obenya biato afi books na egworo bebrebe say ka say you from nursery up to JSS na SSC na obi le hwe ne mahoro e wo ne bi wo fire nursery books nsi ya obenya literacy cancer numeracy afi early writing and phonics and picture reading ni na be dey betimanya afi keje so sa obenya literacy obenya numeracy afi obenya award our people obenya creative art obenya phonics afi obenya early writing no ayeka wasemi afi your maths 1 to 6 your science 1 to 6 your English 1 to 6 your award for our people 1 to 6 afi computer can wasem and so 1 to 6 sa afi your creative art your scientific your history your RME your kwapem ni na your 1 to 6 your French and so afi so nam say person kwa ni pi ka honti of math and science in here where workbook ay aka ho afi so buy Jesus products nso a dey combine your maths combine your science and combine your English and combine your French combine afi your career technology your creative art your tree afi your social RME san man nyina ya dey obeden obenya bi ay ato and say open bulk etu a Mr. Bomodia friend number sisi a so your bookshop so your school for 0507
0507
200
200
afi 0241 520 946 I never be bia no free everything you better just come on and the money be ready bro
very well
Let's the worries of yesterday hold you down on this lovely day.
Abisi abeda sasidani be best brain dia na me fa bi so ma St. Louisa local rights ado pengo pemo eye mo papa na eye Ghana mo anuncio wancho wo pene dudu mo atu ato na se yo bi a we aduane etoma anopen ngina no wo betimi ne St. Louisa edi nkomo wancho emo no e wo dwaman so wodru ho a wo se wo pedi ato na wo mo bejo so aboa wa nsa ka bi pa wo pe kira kwan ni ba bi a betimi anya na dudu mo ato a ye wo la pass adjacent the ekoma can pay for your 0277 457452 742 na when you in and after you 0546 242343 0546 242343 now when it's in Louisa in income more and pay quarter after 9 Mama Kwame Appiah Kubi
Menu Amajoso.
Ebom to say.
Radia do me ho ye pa na so.
Radia de empatche. Me ho na che.
Say me ba ha so what's the dia every boso me na wi bia na me ba. Ai. Ti bi hia boso me.
I see. Grace gift what to say.
Nyame adom ye bo adwuma bibia ekoso kama pa we aso yo.
Ye nin komo.
Me das minia. Ye ma ye wa hwefo no wachiefo nyina che na ye nin komo chiawa. Na ye mere no. Ye be within 10 minutes. Ye be din komo bi o see bia. Grace gift Bernardo bia no say ye no be din komo won mo hukuma sene there. I think it's every Tuesday bia no. Wonom che nkran ha de ba every last Tuesday of the month. And in no ye di apomden komo kakra. Ye see sa bosomi we ye June yi mu yi. Ye den komo bo bi e hya ase. Na ye din komo ne fa say on say ye adwuma over the years ache amanfo bebre na ya na omo pepa se beba bi no okra na bia na nya yare bi na ye wonom ate ye nka ompeso ombehwe de tuem na ye ya say month ye June ye di si won ya ye bibia frɛ no ye free screening e de ama wonom a wa ba ye hoda na ebia wo ho san dodo won anase obi a wonsi wo korada na wache ye nka na opeso wo ba erinchi no sa package de to horse ye free screening on say month ya so ye Father's Day and ye sign so ye nuanom nkramofo wo mo sala ne ade ade erinchi ye say mema ahodo a entai enkoye checks emra na yen hwe onipadua no mema wonom test ahodo ye no ye prostate specific antigen test different PSA no e de check ye mema won prostate ho hawo e de ma won afei so no bibia ena de ema kora nyina ye bibia be kidney function test anase de friend creatinine test no eno so ye bi de mamanfo ena afei ye san ye the various chemistry free be lipid profile ye hwe o cholesterol level bibia ye e de ma wonom na enne de nchi ametia ne se ene 25th nyame adoma kan nafu anum na sa package no ye wi anase ne ye jai the whole month of June see was ye be de aboa wonom a wo hododo anase wonom ate yenka na peseba editim pacho enen komo amede baaye no se untimi ma Grace gift ye bosomi na hyase be sisabre 25th ya akwanya wo ha ma se na wo temi nkan kuma se na wa fo ni kire ye wo hwim school junction brackets kwana so ye koho na yaso ye ho no ye nye sa test ya ye kan bi enfama akra so na wa for each mo new petroleum ya chemota yaso ye ho family life opposite wa bra na yenye bi ma na maminti san komo yi na menchira manfo ehu hia sa test ya make kan wono be yebie mini kan fa number ni ntodwa ade a ye esanse ni pe ba yaso ye ho do so nti no ye mpese obi ba be tena ho anopa na obetena ho akosia na adwo ansan na wasore eni chini die mu a o fa number na e wo TV na sana number me ba bebo ya momode ne frɛ ne ka kire ye se nyame ya admo chena ebi anopa 10 anopa 9 ewia 12 na abeba de ye sade we said be ya pressure enko ye machines ne so cheni ye pa isan se sa test ye ba be ya ma manfo a ye se ye ya ma won free yi nyina no ne boarding wo kwa bonchen koye labs ye private labs ya ne bo edin yi pa enso no ye pese ye ede bo a ade a ye free mu ye de am fa number ne sisi ya ne free yen eni de mi abuku ho o ma bia se weekend na betimi aba ye Saturday ana Sunday akonya ho ma ye adwuma yentum buku ho ne bra na ye nya saa de bi ma esan se yare ewia manfo esan fa manfo mpo free mu etoda bedi nkomo aka kire obi sa asomasi ana obenti wa free mu o se no onyare nso bia na yare no na doko ni pedua na wuhu numbers ni 0543 32 00 30 0543 32 00 30 0246 518 003 0246 518 003 and I says 0244 126 123 0244 126 123 number CBA fraud ebuko ho emenu asima be ye miensen kona ma menkyere saade we mu eye ade a mekan ya frɛ no eye kidney function to another creatinine test no de nti ehu hia ne se yen kidney no wa ahoden bi a ewo senya test ya fasori ya de mabekire mu akire mu ya frɛ no EGFR eno ne yehwɛ eye ekwan a eye onipadua no fa so so ne omogya so ne yi fi nyina de pie epacho bu ana ne de no eso ate nanso wonim ade nwanwa ne se eso te a
percentage bi or how you don't really feel the signs and symptoms say BB cause we nipeduenum one more a tie experience say one na se ahya se tata prekope one more nya puffy eyes and say one ni ma ahya se pija and also be ahya se atese pain severe pain ewo eye wo achi one lower back hono en hye ne so say bia na ho ode na aba below 60 EGFR are making. Usually it should be greater than 90. Okwa a lab technician and doctor ebe chere sa na eme we nyina chero. But dey hu ne say binom dey aba be dru bia 75. E bafem nanso wonum nims won kidney no e ho aka. Eni ti e ho be hia so beba na e be test ni e be chere say kidney na ho de na bafem wan hwe a emfie be ba ko me bi kwa na anu mfie ba ko. Obu an lifestyle habit na ma wo ye ese no mra no. Bra ye bibia ye free be dietary e counseling. You know what I'm saying? And you may be one more kid Nanya who then bright no you do home come on your choice. I do anyway. So wo ye jai. Ti we so China be brebe many and some brebe to Sonia the near moi now kid na ho ni and ne say Osha bracket now one more enya kidney failure no. Meaning you'll be surprised to know say enkra as young as 15 years. Phone to minya kidney bi. Ebu ana bi sound say bad say bracket na ba be gina the youth no gender no ni gina between 30 to 40 years and they report higher cases of kidney failure. Adiwe very alarming. E toda on social media bo na ye do obi aba be so say yes stress sika e de akwa akoboa no we ene ye pese ye grace gifts for na ye te wo ha na so wa ma ne niema udu nkwane me wo de wa nya hwe kra mpanifo se so bibi ne aboa kanka bi otia so wa nya hwe wu a ojanka rodo wo de fa be dom ye yede ya o fa yonko a se de wa fa asoro boa yonko no kotokro nka soro da yede be boa e mani pedua no etimi agina bi agina afin so lipid profile are making very necessary minia one of the leading cause of this stroke edeba nanim se unchine no musia ekofa yare bebre de bramanvo amanvo no munim high blood pressure it is one of the leading cause of it attributed to kidney failure etubo moja broswo no start se ni nchine no mu asi wan hwe cholesterol level ne kosoro and at high blood pressure and hypertension by dimu a etimi di stroke ba dimu a etimi sa ese o kidney nti ye ka esa lipid profile cholesterol dey was also man ya di hia na mra no ko cheke essence one hwede bia meka ye obi animu odun so be kwa check na the pressure normal ni patient ya be kwa check no high blood pressure nti obi ho na ni na ebusa aso ma se de menya hwe so yare bia na yare no e woni paduam na ni brane hwe sa de we nyina emfamam afei so mema titiro meba be so the process enlargement e ma de fibroid yare hwa ye ni ma de deba amanfo bebreka e bia hereditary bia genetic ne ade na mo mema so process hwemu ade na de se wunyini na process na ho de na e ba fam brana ye hwe emfamam enya wo fe se wonyina nka bobre wo senka di sika edidi twewanu na fe na ade hwa ho yare na bia de droben sebe e kwa akoto be mam ye fantu mu bo be ma ehunu so na ye san ade betum na kwa go say bra grace gift sabre ya wote menka ye free sabre ya kosi the end of this month bra na ye sa de we binyina ye hwe ne how bi oni padua no mu a e ho na no pedinfo ba bi e chichira bo ho na ye san e ho na ye mwadru e de ho afutu e de ama na de ba bi dro kwan so e bo ka ni padua na wo so no wo how ana mane e da so no e free so kura me de won mu sia number no e tudwa bi me ka we na me ka ko wi se ma mo yare so no nchese yen hwe won ma wo ho do koro wan na se bia yare ba gini padua na kentens wo de anante wa no ma bidua no ma no man ko yi wo de bra ya so e bra be so yen hwe keke na hwe de tuem ye numbers ni bi 0543 32 00 30 0543 32 00 30 0246 518 003 0246 518 003 0244 126 123 0244 126 123 many amedi wonu musia ye kira kwan kran ha e achimocha new petroleum ye ne family life international school din hwe ne mu unya du la pass be bia so faka akodomene a omunyina be si ho e ba jo kuma since you hwim ba de kese kwan school junction ho e de di adwuma bra ne fa ho be domina grace give ho de oni ye fa yonko a ne abesi ama pa ma be du nkwa ma me ye fa wonu musia
amen be da and Pacho Grace gives now the woman in Como and okay. One wadaroma, woman so abwa ye ba. Now, Bayport Savings and Loan 7 can't show pay say one more the fixed deposit investment account. Eddie Aba and Tim Pacho Wukuta 5,000 Ghana cedis. ekwa ene ubetimi aba ama mo ebi account ni bi edi ama afi wo mo no betena se a negotiate interest say ba osika ne so na wo mo timi ene wede ho adopempa woni be port for any income on 0245 153283 0245 153283 and after 026 300 7922 026 300 7922 na woni be port savings and loans any income anope pacho se wo tie bia enkra ha be ho wo mo ewo kokomlem ATC school no and chen ho ape and abetumi any wo mo edin come speak to them na wo mo ebeje Mami mo di asempachi odi ma chen yete saying
now so want to say
Eradi adom ben so me yeah mascon for ho ye
oh nyame adom director ne adwumefo nyina so mo chia mo mo ma hwefo no atiefo nyina
ye obi aso ba mi tie wa no pay na ye ni nkomo mfie mascon
yo me da say abusiafo enchia sonko na ena no pay baby biara wo hwe yen efrim ene baby bia wo tie yen efrim no ye di free in mascon estate Ghana limited aso ye ya ye tie ebrewom opani kwanche forward da in mascon estate Ghana limited edwumakuya no Yewra hope was semi fanchia sonko emremo na me kan cham se asase pa na mo pe ato asase amaso sembia eni ho asase alanga di sembia eni so asase ho krata asem nyina eye genuine asase asa wutowia wo betimi mpo eja honom atukwan akwaba na wo ba de opese wo ye bia obeto so na wo de aye ewa bra wahini bia ni uni mansotwen wo bia ni uni asam ewo ho semni kakan langa de ni bia entwituo obi ntwe sekan obi ntwe agyan obi ntwe aba na mpoboba emegina so enka se adanti ana asasi wababa befa ewa bra woni yen ama meka wasem ni nyina ene se Imascon Estate Ghana Limited yen sase ayeton edima Ghana de hye ene obi biara no eyen sase ayato eboase aya won krata asem nyina hwie enu nte no yedi eho ni ewe bibia emu wopani kwantrefo amebo ni tin Yewra hope awada Imascon Estate Ghana Limited anono de bia me ba me kan message subio say wo ye nipa bia osuro nyame wo ye nipa bia obunu ho pa wo ye nipa bia wo twini ko achi say ade a me ye dachian kwama mebu waten e dia to twedi ampon kwame eno nti bibia me ye bia no mehwe se ho da kwan me nkoton asase ba akoma nipa mienu me nkoton asase a asem ewo so ema obi ne pa wiase no akofa nim guase aba be kame ene wonum amene wo mo eye adwuma ni nyinata saa die na mensu hu ya me nsese saa na dia ene me nso so me sorry na ya bo ensase papa hu dawuro e de akire Ghana de hye se de beye na obi a wo pass asase to bia no watumi abaya seye na oba beto asase pai ebi abusa ya nsase a ye ton no ewo Tropoli ya eno ewo dowenya kwan so abusa dowenya me kan Tropoli nso a me kan eno no ewo Greater Accra region heyada na chese ewo enkramantam yi emu eni Volta region famantam sade eya na binom adwene eye wo no na dowenya ewo no ana Central University ewo ho sanso ewo pa na Sagleme affordable house no ewo nso na ewo afenso Reverend Sam Kranche Ankra was openinu a ni prayer city wato ni dinsa Shiloh City amena na ta aka no sa Shiloh City no eho anso ane ensase ewo anu nti abusie wodi ye kan bra Kessben TV so na bra behwe na ebra social media no so ane Kessben FM so yede yensase ni mfonini ni nyina bi ede ato wo ya yede ema wo na watumi edi adanse unsa ampase Imascon Estate Ghana Limited yensase ayeton no yenton sanse boni ema amanfo abusa yensase no ni nyina ta eda babiye eye babia ene da atechem enye babia ede da afam no akase bia ensuo to a ebeyira faw anempo no ebia ewo be poso ne mfama fa wo danso ebepada bi ne sanete yensase no eda babia eye flat land ane honom so eye kama ensuo to a woni asam ewiaba woni asam yensase so ya demarcation ya yi akwan ede ato entemu ana afa bi kwan so ye greater community enu nti abusie me say bra bomodianfo ani kurotwa wisie na bra be hwe de ye kan na promotion sonko ana say ye de ahye so ya ye ede amamo ni nyina ne say Yewra hope mi bo ni din pani kwanta forward Imascon edimeko na no nyame de afe ba kwa ka ne nkwa na ho eno nti ne birthday no a wo die no ana wo so person no kwa bedi na mo person ni pa nyina nya so mfaso eno nti yensa se e watwopoli no eno ne yatete ade agu no mo ya ne block by block by block wo kwa santimentoma ya kan se quarters no ene se ahanomo eyensentrofo ade ahanomo aprosifo ade ahanomo eyomom ya adwuma ewa apomden aseye meche anesefo ne doctorfo wo nso so wo landi enie afa yenuanom aprosifo mo nso mudie enie sanso mpo ne yenuanom ya adwuma bankers mo nso mudie enie yenuanom immigration officers mo nso block anam quarters enie afa yenuanom a mo ya fire service for yenuanom mo ya prison for mo ya prison adwumayefo yenuanom acheche for teachers yenuanom mo ya adwuma out factories mecha factory workers mo nyina ne yasem nkam ho emom mo ya bosome adwuma na bosome so a ane atua mo kam mo ya kan sa mo ya salary workers some ya adwuma ewo aban adwuma mu ene mpo ankrankra adwuma mu afenso so yenuanom ya mo ankasa mo ya mo bodwa mo nye aban adwuma ne mpo bosome adwuma ebitisi yenuanom adwadifo yasem nkam mom na mo nye ekuo na mo mra yaso ye yenuanom mo pamade yenuanom mo ya carpenter for mo nso mo ya welders ya mo soso enade ene ade chese adwuma bia wo ye bia no mo saso ne mo nsase ewo ho ya tete ade agu no mo enu ntide ya kan se mo nyina mo nka mo emom ewo no duduo mu ade free edu aduonu 10 20 aircom mo nka mo emom na mo mra ya so ya enom ewo Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction ya ni Allied Filling Station edi enhwanimu ya sign eben KFC ewo nkramantam emu na mo ba mo fa mo valid ID card enka utenie mo ba wo bia mfa ne valid ID card enka wo emra ya seye na mo ba de ye be ye niem ye promotion sase a ye tetene ade amamono ensase enka ne no na eye 30,000 Ghana cedis 30,000 Ghana cedis na enam promotion ye ne do ne pawasem ye pasa utimi sit down bi nteno ya teso ade aba 18,000 Ghana cedis 18,000 Ghana cedis na tienie 18 Ghana cedis no anya ye package so kodi amam say muni kan obi amfa 3,000 Ghana cedis 3,000 Ghana cedis titiska no eye 30 million emfa meto ase won mo de beto ase a ni e de bosome makomako edum ye no eye 12 months ya no eye 1 year ni e de yesi wo e de ama wo say bomade na kakra aka no fatua ne kakra dia e de wo ene say wudi kan de 3,000 e beto ase a ni atete mo nsaso no e de ama mo na mo hyase a mo simu dan e wo so ni mo hyase a mo yam adwuma mo pe no e wo so won na matombo ase de 12 months no atua de aka ne kakra abusami kan ebia wote kama na se wodi dwumadie bi di kan tie no mesena de aka no ye wi de ato aso e de ama mo ya no ma edi kan no e 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 ana 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 ana 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 anu ntabusia bomodia ne phrase si asempo mi kan mo pase ya ba mo offices ahodo anempo edwom ba bia mo ya adwuma no ba bia mo wo biada no mo ka mo bom na mo frɛ ni a ye beba ye ba ye penny no ye ro hope oda ya no wo ka ho bi ane nyina ye ba ma so ye na ye ba be ye nkyekere sonkun ye be kyerem ye ade ama mo se na bia betuma nya ntiase no eye enti mo mfa sa no be se abusia promotion ye every 18th June ekwa akopem 9th August na yensas no ewo Tripoli makato se Tripoli no ye bentowenya ewo dowenya kwan so ewo Greater Accra region heyeda bomadia na momra fisi yensas no ebusien ensuo ene nkane a ewo hono dada wɔn bibia wɔn ma amanfo mpo ɛtete wɔ tata yɛsisi amanfo adan ɛde ama wɔn tete wɔn nteno wei deɛ mesi yɛ no block by block ana mpo quarters by quarters ɛno ntɛmo nka mo emom yɛn nuanom nsɛntwerɛ forte sɛ yɛnom no yɛka mbom bɛsɛ edu aduo no ɛkɔ a ni yɛkɔ ne yɛate yɛn nsa ase deɛ ma yɛn ne yɛahyɛ ase ne yɛsisi yɛadan no na me se ɛyɛ 3,000 Ghana cedis pɛ 3,000 Ghana cedis ka no ɛyɛ 30 million ɛno ane yɛdi kan yɛakɔtua de ato aseɛ na 15,000 aka no ɛno nso yɛaspread ɛde ama 12 months yɛ ɛyɛ 1 year ne yɛato yɛbu aseɛ tua ne kakrakra the whole Ghana wɔ bie no wɔtɔ ne nsa ase a wɔyɛ saa deɛ yi ebi enti ekuwa wodo a yɛ adwuma ɛma bosom so ne etua yɛ kam ɛne nnuano no sa mo yɛ ankrankra adwuma mo nkeka mo emom yɛ nnuano akɔfo nya mo nyina mo ka ho mo mmra ne yɛntem nsa ase ne ɛma mo na mo nhyɛ ase nsim da na de aka no mo ntua ne kakrakra me se ɛde free Monday ɛkɔpom Friday bɔmɔdia na mo fa mo valid ID card no ɛmra yɛ aso yɛ ɛwɔ Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction ya yɛne Allied Filling Station di nhwɛne mu ne yɛbɛn KFC mo ba ma bɛbu kana registration memenda ne yɛde nyina agu kam ne yɛkɔ asase so ne yɛakɔhwɛ asase deɛ wɔ ha bia no nti bɔmɔden na bra size no ɛyɛ 70 by 100 ɛno ɛyɛ 1 plot and how plot yɛ 35 by 100.
Thank you very much. May that say
Don't you know you are your best bet? Who you waiting for? Who you waiting for? You've got all you need more. They don't want help and it's convenient. Tell you all of this is for experience. She put all in your body and in your wild head.
Happy to me that say
Tell guys now I'm getting catching. So don't waste all your frequency. Time is now.
Yeah, Kwame.
Mpomboko.
Nyamia Domarakwa.
And if I check me, why?
We deal with it, no problem.
Yes, Nah,
we have a lot to talk about, and the fans were eager to do something, but no problem.
Ochina, yes, Ochina Wednesday. Nah, yet to me, I away, not Yaba. But my main fa asidani be
Yes, I can. Don't let the worries of yesterday.
Kanisa Ventures na anope womo edi no papa edi abedwa mai so anope Kanisa ndo no mpacho e wo heba shop bi e mo enonti se wotie me na me pacho uye obi a then mpacho ye obi ababetena wo so wa prapria enko no mpacho wononom Kanisa ndo ni bia etu ni nyina no ase ede maw enonti se wotie ma no pay wo your ba menstrual pains ana e ha wadwen e tete wa show so ache edi wonya candidiasis any gonorrhea ana e tete wa ni nyina no wononom Kanisa ndo ni bia ebetu ni nyina no ase ede maw anopay mpacho borua heba shop bia mu onsa beka bi na watimi atobi eyeso eno echi no okọ eye techiman Kenten taxi ranka womo ewo shop kese pa ewo ho baseline pharmacy bia nso a wonim bia no macho benya Kanisa no ni bi ewo ho anope for 0247 887436 0247 and after 0202990943 na woni Kanisa for any enkomo anope na womo beje wo so na Philmont Institute of Media Studies for Adaroma bacho womo ma ubano adesua ene ntete papa a betimi amana be pabne e won sem tradwuma e mumpacho opese ubano be se na rafin pon ziga anase mia ni nyina no Philmont Institute of Media Studies and asese woman ekoje nimdia no anopay womo ma 70% practicals na womo de 30% theory so aka ho e de amount omachira kwan e wo South Odoko Aliu Mahama Road no eso woni womo eni nkomo esanse womo abie womo pnomo e de ato ho 0549 655 949 0549 655 649 na woni womo eni enkomo anopay na womo ebeje wo so ye pa bacho bra na beje nim de ene ntete papa e won sem tradwuma ni ave we obi a wani je bet bacho games no e koso euros wo betwa bet na wo be wani a 22bet.com and as I say we place your bet no e wo ho anopay woni 22bet for eni agro no e bombe sanse womo nkwa de ma maximize the benefit on your initial deposit over 200% bonus and a womo edema and pay bet to play bet to win womo adaroma womo so ebwaye na obatampa de but your prostate hu ha onyina no womo tu ase prekope and pay we bema 40 years and above yes say we nyina no and say we obatampa ebedi nkomo Yasha Katita, I'll speak to them. Now, one more Ebejo. Now, and I'll pay when you're about Prostate Center for any and come. One more Ewo Fifi Prati last stop. And I'll be home or Ewo Kaswa, Ninyano Main Road, no Esso. And I'll pay for Batampa Prostate Center on 0553 800 678 0553 800 678. Now, when you want more any and come on. Now, one more Ebeje was so ye pa. But you must con ye home come on Eddie Jones as a papa nina fee anymore. And I'll pay when you must con for any come on. Now, woman sassy, what you're pulling the one so jump here. For a must con for on 0553 840 646 0553 840 646. And now for 0553 838730. Now, when you must con for any come on. Open office in a track. A must con Estate Ghana Limited for a year. Community 18 Junction. There was Spinters Road, no, and so one money allied filling station, no, Edin Shenny, and what KFC restaurant, no, and Chairman. And we see a bit as a bit of Kwame Appiah Kubi, it's only 40 after 9. Aha, and the Breno, and Mamma Quine said, me, they will ABC. Me, sorry, so no, Sir Joe, any team, no, at the Medford Action, Nina, no, Eba, a good year, Nina, no, Eba. Stay with them at exactly 1 o'clock. News team, no, at the breaking news, no, at the Beba as well. Now, after your programs are cutting in, no, at me at what. So I don't do any ochina, ya beba na anywhere dear share Eddie and Como. Good morning, we are out.
Another 6 o'clock is here. Wake up and meet the morning dear. Brand new day, it's a brand new slate. Like Barack say, yes I can. Don't let the worries of yesterday hold you down on this lovely day. Well, look up in the...
This is 92.9, the radio station that other radio stations listen to.
Hey, Bema, so said your levels don't change. Freshness ne kunsano. Bema, me huama mania che. Hey, sena unemployment, and my wunu Bema. Aze, Arukodo. Inche me mo top up no Kessben University College. Ma onam internship at school nedema minti. Bring a highly practical working experience. Papa, wa for